All right, bradcooney.com, in association with HCN Networks, is absolutely honored to have on board from Season 10 of The Voice, Bryan Bautista. Bryan, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, man, you got a lot of cool stuff going on in your life. First thing, you came out with the blind auditions and shocked everybody. It was just such an epic performance. And then, of course, last night, one of the best battles I've ever seen on this show against Malik. I guess talk about that, man. Talk about that battle you had with him last night.
Oh man, the battle was dope. We had so much fun up there, man. And initially, when I was first paired up with Malik, I didn't know what to expect. But as we rehearsed together and stuff like that, it was like, man, I don't want to be paired up with anybody else because this kid is so dope.
Yeah.
And, his work ethic is so great. And it just worked out, man. It was just like, yeah, this was meant to be. I'm about to go out there and kill it.
I mean, seriously, I'm not exaggerating. It was, in my opinion, top 3. It was in the top 3 of the best battles I've seen, and I've watched every season. It was that good. Now, let me ask you this. I mean, I knew this kid was good, but really, man, he raised his game against you, man. You won the battle, and I thought it was a fair win for you too. But it was so close. This kid is really good.
I was really close, man. I had to really bring my A game. There was no slacking. Each of us had to be on point. And that's just like how we went into it. The mentality we had.
When the song was over with, and you were waiting to see who Christina was going to pick, were you worried a little bit? Were you nervous because of how good he was? And again, I don't want to sound like I'm saying he was better than you, because I really do think you were a little bit better than he was. But he was so much better than I thought he was going to be. I was like, whoa, because I thought you had it in the bag, but after the song was over, I was like, oh, this is close.
Man, honestly, my initial thought it was crazy. Like, we were up there, and, we were just killing it the whole time, and you could feel the energy on stage. And then, when it was all over, I just remember seeing all four coaches standing.
Yeah.
I turned around. And then when I looked forward, I just saw all 4 coaches standing. And I was like, oh, dude, what just happened? Like, I literally kind of forgot what just happened. I just know that whatever just happened was crazy.
Yeah.
You don't get all 4 coaches standing like that. Usually you get your coach or something.
Right.
But
all 4.
Oh my God, it was crazy. I was like, whoa, I think we just did something incredible up there.
Ain't no doubt.
See what they have to say.
Yeah, ain't no doubt. It was one of the best I've ever seen. Like you said, all 4 judges were standing up. I was at the edge of my seat. I was like, man, that was sick. That was sick, man. Let me ask you this. Do you think? I think what made you the winner was that high note you hit at the end. It was just enough to put you over, I thought.
Yeah, I just felt like we were neck and neck the whole battle, and just like whatever I came with, he had something for me, and whatever he came with, I had something for him. But it was like towards the end where I just felt like that falsetto was just because I knew Christina loved it. It was one of the things that she said she wanted us to implement in our battle when we were working with Patti LaBelle. So, I took note of that, and I just found a perfect place to put it.
Yes.
And it just, I don't know, it meshed so well.
It flowed.
It just flowed.
Yes, it flowed. It was like perfectly placed. You said the good word, the perfect word for it. It was perfectly placed. Placement. Now, let me ask you this. You mentioned Christina Aguilera. Of course, that's your coach. Tell the listeners out there like what the experience has been for you to work with somebody of her stature. I mean, she's a legend. Talk about that a little bit. Just being able to learn from her.
Man, it's really helped my confidence, man, because, you know, as a singer, like, just as a singer, you know, you're always worried about, like, are you doing too much? Are you not doing enough? Or, you know, how does it sound? And you're like, is it appealing to, you know, your audience and stuff like that? So, you know, through working with her, she's been very encouraging, and, you know, she's mentioned how she loves my choices that I make, and it never comes off as too much. And, you know, she just enjoys listening to whatever choice I make when I, you know, basically when I make these songs my own.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, it's very encouraging, and definitely boosts your confidence, you know. When you go out there, you feel like you can kill it. You know, when you have someone like Christina Aguilera telling you that, you know, whatever your choices make you fine, it's kind of incredible, you know. You don't get that every day.
Yeah, you know, because you know what? As just human beings, as you know how it is, no matter what, and there's always going to be haters out there. And to hear somebody on Christina's level who's not going to BS you, she's not going to sugarcoat. So to hear her tell you how good you are, it's got to be a confidence booster, which I would think also because of that makes you sing even better.
Right. Well, I guess she'll let you know. She'll also let you know if something's really not working.
Right.
You know, so I respect that. It's not like, you know, she's going to love everything. If she doesn't love it, she'll let you know. And if she loves it, she'll let you know that too. So it's really cool. And yeah, definitely a key thing to have, you know, trying to be an emerging artist.
Yes, and that's not about what you want to hear, it's about what you need to hear.
Right.
Yeah, man. Now, who picked the song? Was that Christina's pick? This Is a Man's World? Was that her pick, or did you guys come up with that? How's that work?
Yeah, definitely Christina's pick, and I guess she just wanted a song that, you know, catered to both our voices, and although we have unique styles, it was within our range, you know. She felt like we could have executed it well, which we did, so it was so much fun.
Man, I've watched it like a million times. It's one of my favorite battles ever. Seriously, man, it's great. It was great. All right, so you mentioned a minute ago that Christina's helped your confidence. Can you share anything else that she's taught you that's made you a better singer? Is there anything she's pointed out to you that you've worked on and improved?
I feel like that's probably the most important thing, because, you know, you go out there and you prepare, and you got vocal lessons in your hometown, and you know, you just practice, but you're always going to need that confidence to just go out there and let loose, you know. Like, you can be the best singer in the world technically, but if you don't have that confidence, it's never going to come off that way. You know, you're never going to be able to give yourself or go give the audience 100% if you don't have that confidence. So I feel like that's the biggest thing, and you know, I don't ever doubt myself, and I'll just go out there and let loose, you know. So I feel like that's the biggest thing for me that she's given me.
That's great, man. Good stuff. What was more nerve-wracking for you? What made you more nervous, the blind audition or the battle round?
Audition was a million times more nerve-wracking because, you know,
I can imagine, man.
Like, it's, you know, I came out for season 9, and I didn't get any cheers. So coming back for season 10, it's like, you know, it's do or die now, and you know, this is like this is your shot. It's either now or never, you know. So it was more like I had a lot more to lose, whereas the battle was just like, okay, you're here now. Now let's go show them what you could do, you know. Like, you made it, and I just felt like there was way more pressure during the blind auditions. But the battle was cool. Like, the battles was so much fun. I felt like you could see that between Malik and I. But like, man, for those blind auditions, I had something to prove, and I just came out there with that grittiness. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna get a cheer today.
And you did, man. And Christina turned around. I know that was 20,000 pounds off of your chest, I'm sure.
Oh, because she turned around during one of my falsetto moments.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got to be real delicate with those falsettos.
Yeah.
I saw her turn around. It was really hard. It was hard to keep it all together, you know. Damn, I did it in my head.
Yeah.
And from there on, man, I blanked out. I was just on autopilot, and I just did my thing.
Yeah. You know, I hear that a lot. I've interviewed a lot of The Voice, y'all singers from The Voice, and I hear that a lot from a lot of the singers about it's like a blur to them, man. They say some of them, you said they had to go on YouTube and look at their blind audition to remember half the stuff because it was just a big void.
I know, it's funny. It's like and then you also don't remember. Like, I feel like that's your easiest performance as far as like vocally, because man, when your adrenaline is pumping like that, when you're on that stage, it's just like all your muscles are engaged. Like whatever note you try to push out, you're gonna go for it, you know. But sometimes when you're rehearsing, you don't give it that oomph that it needs. Yeah. When you're on that stage with that adrenaline kicking, you're giving it 1,000%, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that mixed with just like the moment and everything that's going on, you just tend to just black out and go on autopilot. I mean, you practice so much that you're able to go into autopilot when you get up there.
You know, I think I remember Blake saying that you almost looked like you were pissed off because you had so much, because you didn't, of course you didn't get the chair to turn the last season you tried out, and this time it was like you weren't going to be denied. You had that like I'm on a mission kind of vibe to you too.
I was just like, man, I just remember season 9, how Adam and Pharrell, they told me I need to come back.
Yeah.
Right? But then I remember Blake, the only thing Blake really said was, it's not really my genre of music, because I did a Bruno Mars song. He's like, it's not really my genre of music, but I just wasn't feeling it. And man, that just like, that killed me.
Yeah, man, I can imagine.
Feeling it. All right.
Yeah.
And I gotta make Blake, feel it this time. I gotta put in that oomph, and it worked, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It was great. It was a great performance second time around. Really, your first performance was pretty good too. But I definitely saw a much improved Bryan Bautista the other night on the blinds for sure. All right, so we mentioned Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, definitely had that confidence for the blinds.
Yeah, absolutely. We mentioned Patti LaBelle. Look, man, I'm 50 years old. I've been a Patti LaBelle fan for years, man. You talk about legend. I mean, we say Christina Aguilera is a legend. Patti LaBelle is like a legend on steroids. She is like huge legend. Tell us what that's been like when you had that opportunity to sit there and learn from her.
Oh my God, there was just like so many moments where I'm like, dude, is this really happening? Like as she's speaking to me. I remember one thing that I mentioned, and I believe it was aired. It was just like she was explaining a time where I remember she was going over enunciation and how it's important in the song. But when it came to James Brown, like sometimes she couldn't even understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, she's over here telling us how, her close friend is James Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm over here sitting with somebody that was like best friends with James Brown. So I just felt like it brought me a little that much closer to him, such a legend.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like, so then, as I'm thinking about that, I'm just thinking about everything. I'm just like, wow, like, Patti LaBelle. Like, I'm really here with Patti LaBelle and Christina Aguilera, and they're over here giving me advice on how to sing.
Yeah. It's like if you met somebody in the grocery store and told them that, they'd say, you're a liar, man. You didn't see no, you weren't hanging out with Patti LaBelle and Christina Aguilera. Get out of here.
It's going to be a hard story to tell in the future,
but you got technology on your side. We got video to prove it.
Yeah. And looking like, in person, so that's just like, thinking about it as a whole, but in person, she's such an angel, and, she was incredible, and she just, she loved everything that Malik and I were doing, she thought we were bringing it, and she just, it was just really cool, and it took a lot of weight off of our shoulders, just knowing that, because they had some critique, but it was just to make us better. But they loved our roadmap.
Man, how do you keep your nerves in check, dude? How do you do that when you're up there? You're trying to sing and impress Patti LaBelle and Christina Aguilera in the same room watching you. How the heck do you keep your composure?
Man, it's just it's funny. Like you always, it's like before you know you're about to go meet them, or you're about to step into. Just knowing that you're about to step into a room with Christina Aguilera is, already nerve-wracking enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you just try to get into try to find your center, just a zone. And then, honestly, just the more you practice, the more comfortable you are with singing in front of whoever. Just the more you practice, you're just naturally going to get more comfortable. You're going to be sure, and you're going to be more confident about what you're doing. So it gets easier.
Yeah. I was thinking, man.
Practicing all the time, man.
As you was answering that question, I was thinking, man, this has got to be no matter what the outcome is, whether you win The Voice or you don't. Going forward with your singing career, you've got in the bank already singing in front of Patti LaBelle, Christina Aguilera, and already millions of people. You've already sang on The Voice, twice in front of millions of people. So, like, going forward, there's not a crowd that you should be nervous to sing in front of anymore, anywhere, ever.
Right, yeah. Then you could throw in Pharrell Williams, Adam Levine, and Blake Shelton.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, man, it definitely helps your confidence going forward. And, once you're able to perform and execute on a stage like that, it's like, come on, you could do it anywhere, dude. Channel 4, prime time, Mondays and Tuesdays. It doesn't really get bigger than that,
No, you sang on national television in front of millions of people, and then you did it right in front of legends. So, I mean, that doesn't.
It was just the legends and a piano. Like, oh my God, that was crazy. It's like it's so vulnerable. Like, it's you and the piano.
You got nowhere to hide.
Right.
You got nowhere to hide like that, man. Yeah. So that.
When you're done singing, and they like it, they actually, they're digging it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, yeah, this is great.
Yep. And if that don't prepare you for your performances going forward after the show, nothing will. So you're good. You're good to go. What was I going to see? All right. So, what about some advice? Can you share some advice with somebody who's maybe listening to this podcast that's thinking about trying out for The Voice, but they're not sure they want to, or they're nervous? Can you share some advice for them?
Oh man, I would. It's funny. Like, I would just say never give up, honestly, and go out there and give it your all. And make sure before you go out there, you prepare yourself. Just keep practicing and always work on your craft. It's like I can't stress enough how you just never give up. Because I could have taken my no chair test for season 9, and just
took your ball and go home.
And, never bounce back. And as soon as that happened, it humbled me, and I was like, it's time to get to business. You thought you were a great singer, but you got some things you got to work on. But that's okay. That's fine. Everyone has something to work on, So I took it very seriously, and I was really diligent when it came to my preparation going into season 10. So just never give up, man. Seriously, like always believe in yourself, because great things will happen. The more you work, the more opportunities will present themselves to you.
And somebody out there who's listening to what you're saying, you're the perfect person to say that, because, like you said before, you didn't get any turns in season 9, and you didn't take your ball and go home and cry about it. You worked on your crafts, came back, kicked butt, took names, and here you are, man. You won the battle round against a beast. That dude is freaking good, man. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised you got stole. They were talking about stealing him before you walked off the stage.
Yeah, Yeah, man, and that was just amazing. Like the fact that they were already pitching themselves to us
Yes.
before a winner was even chosen. It was like, okay, guys, let me just start off by saying you guys are going home. Let me tell you why you should come on my team.
They were fighting over who's going to steal the dude before but Christina even said you won.
Right, man.
That was epic,
like to
man.
go from no chairs to 2 chairs and then onto that, like making show history and being one of the top performances ever, or top battles ever. It's amazing, man. And you know, it's why I keep going and why I keep doing what I do. You know, just never give up.
And you're not exaggerating. That was definitely one of the best, top 3. Some people could say even the best ever battle round ever on that show in all the seasons. So that's great stuff, man.
And that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, man. I know you're busy, so I'm gonna let you go. But before I do, I want to give you an opportunity to share with all the listeners out there where they can follow you on Twitter, where they can follow you on Instagram, where they can buy your song on iTunes, or the whole nine. I'll update the fans on that.
Oh man, yeah. So when it comes to Twitter and Instagram, I'm Who Is Bryan B. So it's gonna be Who Is Bryan with a Y and the letter B, Bryan Bautista. And then you can follow my musicians page on Facebook at Bryan Bautista. And as far as the iTunes, you can catch my rendition of The Hills. Definitely find my rendition of The Hills by the weekend on iTunes. In addition to It's a Man's World with Malik and I. So definitely gotta check those things out. Definitely follow me, man. I'd love to hear from y'all.
That's what's up. All right, folks, I told you I was going to get him, and I got him. I appreciate you coming on the show. I look forward to a follow-up. I hope I can get you back on, Bryan.
All right. Thank you.